Man, what's going on, y'all boys? You already know what it is at this point. It's your boy Rondo, or RondoArchived. My fault, y'all. You turn my phone off. And today, as you see by the style of the video, we're gonna be doing something a little different. We're gonna be rating my job experiences. Now, I ain't gonna cap. I've had a lot of jobs since like I started working in I forgot what year I started working, but yeah, I've had a lot of jobs. I ain't gonna cap to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna just give y'all. I'm gonna give y'all all the jobs I worked at, and then I'm gonna give them the pros, the cons, and I'm gonna rate them. And that's it for real. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and just get straight into the video. My fault, y'all. My brother just did turn the water on or something in there. I just hate being poor sometimes, you know? That's one thing I just can't wait till I get out of poverty, and it's gonna be great. But until then, things like that's gonna happen, and y'all gotta be understanding. But anyways, so yeah, we finna, like I said before, we're gonna name them, rate them, call it a day. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a little backstory. So, cause I finally remember when I first started working. So I'm gonna give you a little pre-story, even though this isn't a story time. I don't know why I do that, but I don't care. So boom, all my life, I always like working. I always like doing stuff. Like I wasn't a tryhard. I was a tryhard. Never mind, I was a tryhard. But I was always like, I always like to do stuff with my hands. I always like to work. I always like to be busy or something. I don't know. So I was always doing things like when I was younger. I ain't gonna count it as my first job because I wasn't getting paid and it was only like 2 times. But like the barbershop when I got done cutting hair, I would like sweep for them a couple times and they give me like $10, $15. And I thought I was the richest man alive. I would help my dad when he was a trucker. I would help him with his load. I'm not even gonna say that word. That's crazy. I would help him with finding his routes and stuff, doing all that, setting up his jobs, help editing, cameraman, a whole bunch of different stuff. So I always had like a working type mindset or whatever. But at the same time, I was lazy. But anyways, my first job was during quarantine. It was 2021. It was around the second wave of quarantine. So you know the first wave we couldn't go nowhere. The second wave of quarantine was my junior year, so 2021. I was clicking up him, y'all. 2021, and I was working at McDonald's. I was working at McDonald's from I want to say like September 2021. No, September 2020, all the way to let's say Valentine's Day. So how many months is that? That's about 5, going on 6 months, around that type timetable. Yeah, I was a cook in the back. Yeah, I was a cook in the back, and I was there for 6 months. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit y'all with the pros. I'm gonna give you the pros first. First, I was like 15, so I was getting paid minimum wage, but again, I was still getting paid. So that's a con and a pro. Pro, I was making money. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid, so any consistent amount of money was money. So I'm not even complaining now. I was making literally like $7.25. Shit crazy, but yeah, I did. That's one pro. My next pro, the food. I always been a skinny person, but I always like ate a lot. Like I ain't gonna cap to y'all. There's not that many people that can eat more than me. It's even like fat, obese people can't eat more than me. Respectfully though, shout out my fat people. Shout out my, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So shout out them. But yeah, not even like fat people can eat more than me. I eat a lot. So like when I was at McDonald's, I was getting like discounted meals, but low key I was stealing food. Hopefully they don't catch me. But yeah, I was really like just stealing food, making my own food, and then going to the back. Cause the niggas was cheap, but I ain't gonna get into that yet. But yeah, that's 2 pros. First pro, I was getting paid. Second pro, free food. Third pro, I ended up getting a girlfriend there, so that was cool. I had a girlfriend. We was chilling for a while. That was fun, I guess. That made the dynamic more fun, I guess. Fourth pro. My fourth pro was my boy. I made people there that was pretty semi decent. You know what I'm saying? My manager was a short, bald, dark skinned man who looked like a baby. We call him David, the baby man. He was annoying, but he was a baby. So like whenever he would get mad, I would just laugh in his face and walk away. But like my coworkers, they were all cool. It was like barely any drama or nothing. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Joe. Shout out Tajir. Shout out everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all them folks. But yeah, that's that. That's that. You know what I'm saying? 4 pros. Now going on, I'm gonna give y'all one more pro. Okay, let me think one more pro. What was a good? I mean, I was getting hours. That was cool. I was getting hours. So they were as much as I wanted to work, they would let me work. So yeah. Next up, we're gonna go to the cons, cause I ain't gonna cap. They did have a lot of cons. They had a lot of cons. Let's go ahead and get into it. First con, the pay. These niggas, McDonald's is one of the wealthiest businesses in history, and they could only pay me $7.25. And I get it, minimum wage didn't drop yet, but still, like they couldn't, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't wiggle around and get us some bread. I don't think so. These folks really just don't, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't messing with us. That's first con. I don't cap to y'all. Second con, they were slaving, and they would always they would use you. They would use your young. Here, that's how I'm gonna word it. They used my young naivety to their advantage, and I don't think they did it in a malicious sense. But at the end of the day, our bosses didn't see us as regular people with our own lives. They saw us as I would say company factors that need to be used to increase productivity. You know what I'm saying? They used us to make money and get their money up. So that was something. That was, I ain't gonna lie, that was a little something. But yeah, so they would literally sometimes, a lot of times, it would be like I would have a shift at 15 years old. I would have a shift from like 3 to like 10, 7 to 8 hours, right? And then they'll say, hey, can you stay 30 more minutes? A little bit over, and I'll say yeah, and next thing you know, I'm closing at 2 a.m. and I'll be like a consistent thing. And at the end of the day, I could say no, but like in my head, I didn't see anything wrong with that. I wanted money. You get what I'm saying? But like, yeah, they would just do slick stuff like that. Boom. 3, my managers were evil. One of them actually framed one of the workers. The girl workers was like 15. She would go around framing everybody because like money would come out missing in like their cash registers. Whole time after I finally quit, like months later, I find out that like she was the one doing it the whole time. Like my manager was just the one like framing girls for stealing, and it's crazy because she had a background on stealing. Because we ended up finding her mugshot, and because she got arrested a few years prior to credit card for stealing like credit cards and stuff, like $5,000 in credit cards. So it's kind of crazy. They real life was just like, you know, framing you. They were glazers too. That you couldn't do much. I don't cap. I don't cap. I don't cap. Another con. What's another con? They were just pretty strict. I ain't gonna lie, they were really strict. They were on dick a lot of bullshit. Like you had to, you know what I'm saying? You had to really be a blue collar worker for real. They ain't allow no leniency for real. Hell yeah. I don't know when we'll start. Well, anyways, we're getting too long in this, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna give that rating and what I do it again. So I'm gonna add the rating and what I do it again. I'm gonna give my first experience at McDonald's. I forgot to explain why I quit that job. Let me explain my last thing. I quit the job basically because I wasn't equipped all the way to when we closed to clean the grills properly. I was closing what I was supposed to do, but I was closing and cleaning the grills. But I wasn't all the way equipped again, like I said before, and I ended up burning my hand because like I burned my arm, and it ended up getting really bad. My parents made me quit because they were like, "Oh, nah, you tweaking," because they already had seen that I was working crazy hours, and so they was like, "Nah, you tweaking. You can't do it no more." So that's how I quit. I had like scars. I have scars on my arm and all that, but yeah, that's how I quit the job. What I do it again? Rate? I'm gonna give it a strong 7, and that's because the coworkers cared. I'm gonna give it a 7. Would I do it again? Thinking back, the first time, thinking back, like before this day, I was thinking I would probably do it again, but now that I'm doing this vid, I wouldn't do it again. No, thank you. I'm cool. Next up, so that's my junior year job. That was my junior year job. I had that out through COVID until the summer, and I was chilling. Now my next job was Walmart. I worked at Walmart from 2022 of January all the way to to August when I went to college. I worked there for 8.5 months. The pay was cool. It was straight. You know what I'm saying? What's another pro? The pay was cool. My coworkers was real chill. Another pro. My manager was really beautiful. She was like a 45-year-old MILF, and she was really attractive and beautiful. So it was just great, and I got to talk to her all the time. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I'm sorry, y'all. It's the truth. And for the folks that really went that went to work at my job, y'all know who I'm talking about. But I ain't gonna say too much. But nah, another pro, one of the biggest pros. I worked there with like some of my coworkers, my closest friends. So it was like. It was even more fun because, like, you know what I'm saying? I just got to kick it with my guys, really, and make bread. I really I was getting paid to kick it with my guys. You know what I'm saying? Another pro, the workload was easy. I had probably the most annoying job, which was I was a cashier. There were like a whole bunch of jobs I could have chose that were way easier and less like work. But the job I did was considered the most annoying, and it wasn't even that bad. But you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even that bad compared to like any other job. So it was cool. It was like real sweet job. What's another damn bro? I should wrote these down, bro. I'm so unprepared. Like, it's just getting ridiculous. I'm unprepared, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't even write these down. Now my voice cracking. I don't know what's going on, y'all. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. We're gonna muscle through this. We're gonna get through this vid because I'm wild right now. But anyways, yeah. So what are the pros? I said coworkers. I said pay. I said the job was easy. I said it was just okay. Okay, you know what? That's all the pros. But those pros were all really good pros though. Like they were really good. I'm not gonna lie. Now a con. Let's get into the cons. Now, cause working in customer service, you really see how annoying people are on a daily. Like y'all don't understand. Like it really made me have a newfound respect for like customer service type workers. Cause when I tell you these folks were genuinely slow, Like all my life they were slow. Old lady would come up to me. Like this was around the time. For those that live in Georgia or Atlanta or anywhere in like the metropolitan area where like like more modern Walmarts or whatever, wherever. This was around the time I was working there before they started switching them over to like the self checkouts and all that. I was working like 2 months, 2 months in before that switch. So I was there when there was barely any self checkouts, and then I was also there when we switched. So when I tell y'all, I felt like I was talking to little children. The way that these folks could not comprehend. Hey, I don't want to use self checkout. I want to get rung up. Mind you, I'm like, all right, so you either get rang up, but you gotta wait 40 minutes because only four registers now, or you can come to self checkout and let me help you. No, I don't want help. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm talking to kids, and I was finna smack somebody grandma. Joke. I'm not joking. But yeah, that junk was blowing me. Like, oh my god, like these folks are just slow. Like, get away from me. But that was annoying. Another con. I had really good managers, and then I had like 2 managers that was a straight up glazer. Like I'm trying to tell you, like I won't even say his name. Like he came off like a cool, like it's different to have an asshole for for a boss, but that boss he know he an asshole. That's different. When you have a boss that knows he or she is an asshole, it's cool because at least at the end of the day you have a reason to dislike them, and it's because like you like them because you don't dislike because you dislike them. Type like they're embracing the asshole role. You get what I'm saying? That's what it was. But for him, he was not. He was just an asshole. Like, he would think he was like the coolest and most respected. Oh man, like he thought he was so nice. Like, bro, no, you're an asshole. No one want to be around you. I should throw a box at you when no one looking. Like that shit was blowing me. Yeah, but that was that. That was annoying. Another one was whenever the bosses came, like whenever the higher ups came down, whenever like the big bosses came down, like the white corporate dudes came down. Folks was just like terrified of these dudes, and they was like, "Oh, don't do this. They gonna send you home." Okay. Why do I care? You know what I'm saying? Like these folks real life thought their life was going. Well, I think these folks was dependent for like trying to take care of their kids and all that. So I guess I can't even say that. But I always take care of my kids. I just wanted shoes. That's all I wanted was shoes. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. I ended up quitting that because I left for college. Would I go there again? Yeah, I'd go there again. I probably would choose a different department though, because I'd do less work. But I'll go back to Walmart. I'll give Walmart a solid like 8.4. But after a while, repetitiveness. I don't know if I already said that, but the job, a con of Walmart is just repetitiveness. It's like you're literally doing the same job every day, and after a while, it's like, bro, I do not want to come in here and do 8 hours of the same bullshit of standing. But oh my god, I ain't gonna lie, this shit ghetto. We're gonna have to keep. I'm not cutting this shit. It's gonna go like this. Another pro. The breaks. Oh my god, we had like a full hour break, and then we had like a 30-minute break, and like the hour break was unpaid, but 30-minute break is paid. So it's like your hour break, you can literally do what you want because you're not getting paid. I mean, you're not getting paid. So low-key, like I was stretching the hour break to like an hour and a half. I ain't gonna lie to you. And the 15s or the 30s, I was stretching that to an hour too. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I was running through them breaks like this. Like them breaks were so hot. Like it was so sweet over there. I forgot about that. Yeah, like bro, I love them breaks. That shit was lit. But yeah. And the con, repetitiveness, you're doing the same thing over and over. So yeah, right? I'm gonna give you about an 8.4, man. I'm gonna give it 8.4. It was really good. It was just the end was just repetitive, and I was ready to get out of there and start school. So that's why I left, and I would go back. Next up, The next job was a restaurant job that I had from the beginning of January to the end of, I want to say May. No, the end of April. So I had about for about 2023. My bad. So I had it from January 2023 to April 2023. Had it for 4 months, going on 5, and I quit because I just gotta give y'all the whole thing. I'm sorry. I gotta give y'all the whole thing. Jesus Christ, that job was so shit. I'm gonna let y'all know now. It was like a 6. It was like a 5. That job was terrible. Like, let me just go ahead and get into detail. I don't even want to tell you, like, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. All right, my bad, y'all. So, the job was a restaurant. It was called Negro ATL. I worked there. It was downtown near my school. Yeah, that was the restaurant. It's called Negro ATL. Pro, the money was weekly and the money was good. It was like a known restaurant, but it wasn't known to people that I knew. But it was like always busy, which is a pro in itself, but also a con. I'll explain later. But it was a pro. Like, the money I was getting, and I was working weekends. I was working weekends for 3 days, and I was coming home with like $700 checks. And that might not be a lot, but at the end of the day, I'm in college, and besides my little tuition I'm paying every month because I'm on a payment plan because I'm poor. The rest of that money I was using to just save up to fix my car. Like, and I could have, like, if I didn't have to save up for my car, I could have really just been splurging on a whole bunch of different stuff, but I had priorities. So, but that money was, it was sweet. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. On them nights when you needed Uber Eats and DoorDash, me and my roommate sitting there hungry, I'm like, bro, I got y'all. Come on now, Uber Eats, all the money. I'm spending all my checks. I ain't gonna lie. I was getting paid every Friday before I went into work. Beautiful, beautiful. Second pro, the food. The job was like a mix of like Jamaican, like a fake Jamaican spot. Like, it wasn't run by no Jamaicans or nothing. It wasn't like authentic Jamaican food, but it was pretty similar. I'm not Jamaican, so I don't know if I can speak on that, but that's just how I'm saying. If it's a problem, then y'all can correct me and I'll understand. But yeah, it was cool. The food was so good because, like, our cooks knew how to cook. Mac and cheese, jerk chicken, oxtails, rice, like, all of it was just hit. Like, size, like, oh my god, that food was good. And we would get free food on our break. We would have to finesse it though. We would have to finesse the free food, and I'll explain why into a con. When I explain my cons, that's told like the problem when it came to the free food situation. But regardless of what niggas say about the rules, I was getting free food. I was getting free food. Another pro, one of my same friend that I was working with Walmart with, we ended up working together at this job too. So it was just sweet. I ended up putting him onto this one. It was sweet. So working with him was chill. It was funny. And along with like a pro of having him work there, I have met a lot of cool people there from my school that I never knew. And so, like, even to this day, I still keep up with one or two of them. So shout out them, you know what I'm saying? Shout out them. So pro, my bad, y'all. Pay, friends, food. Alright, that's really it, I'm gonna be honest. That's really it. I don't cap to y'all. And I guess, like, it was ghetto. That's gonna be a pro and a con. Pro, it was ghetto, entertaining ghetto. That's my version of ghetto for this one. It's 2 different types of ghetto that happened in that restaurant. It was ghetto entertaining. Now let's get into the cons. Ooh wee boy, I'm about to go in. I ain't gonna cap to y'all boys. Y'all boys better sit down, go on Yelp, and just start typing everything I say. Cause boy, I'm trying to tell you, it was terrible there. First one. Because this wasn't like a big problem, because at the end of the day I signed up for it. Because I was a student, I didn't want to work during the week, and I didn't have consistent transportation to get there yet. I'm gonna just work the weekends. So I was working 3 days a week. I was working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12-hour shifts. So, like, Monday through Thursday I had class and blah blah, and then Friday I would stay up all night on Thursday, wake up at like 10 a.m. and I would get off at 12 at night. Every, like, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I mean, I'm like, what? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. That was the method. Now, at the end of the day, I signed up for it, so I can't be mad, but boy, that shit was draining. That was draining. Like, making that bread was so draining. Second one, it was ghetto. And not the entertaining ghetto. It was just straight up ghetto. It was the managers was unprofessional. I'm gonna just go in, forget numbering. I'm gonna just go on every single con I got. First off, the managers were unprofessional. One of them was the boss. Like, he was the main manager. He was semi-racist. He was like, how do I say this? He was unprofessional. He wasn't funny. He wasn't joking. He would pretend like he was joking or try to be like have these sassy remarks and stuff as if they were funny, but they were microaggressions and they weren't funny. They were semi-racist. His shit was not funny. He never had any good jokes. We would just laugh out of uncomfortability because he was like, damn. And like one time he would be like, I had my hair out, and so he would just be like, man, when you gonna do something with your hair? Mind you, this is a tall white dude, and I'm like, bruh, why are you glazing me? I'm cleaning forks right now. Why are you glazing me? But yeah, he would be like, when are you gonna do something with your hair? I could put a fork through your hair and it won't come out, like semi-calling it nappy or whatever. That joke was not funny, nor was it. It was pretty lame. I should have smacked the fuck out of that. But anyways, boom, manager unprofessional. The management was unprofessional. So you were probably doing the same thing, but not really. So basically, it was a growing business. Like it wasn't a multiple restaurant chain. It was probably like three all around the country. But like it was making a lot of money and it was successful. But it wasn't. I don't know if it was breaking even or if someone was stealing money or what. But like all the money we was making, we was probably I don't even want to guess how much money we was making because I was probably wrong. But we was making bread like as a company like through the days because I was working the entire day. I know how much I was getting paid and I was getting paid like 10% from everybody else because I was a buzzer. Now, all the money they was making, it wasn't going into stuff we needed. Like there will be times we would not have forks. Like it would be days we wouldn't have forks or knives, and we would have to keep having to clean and take the knives that we would get. Like we would have to tables would not have forks and knives. We would have to wait for someone to be done and go clean it really quick. Like we would clean it thoroughly, of course, clean them and then dry them off, then bring it. Like that's how bad it got in there. Like we did not have anything. We wouldn't have cups, none of that. And at the end of the day, I was the type to not really care, but it was just frustrating when my job is to literally make sure like tables are stacked and I can't do it when we don't have stuff and I was being rushed. Another thing, they weren't very lenient because like we had a pretty decent like workload, workers list, but like we had a pretty decent workers list, but sometimes people would call out or things like that, or it wasn't that big. They weren't very lenient. My bad, y'all. They weren't very lenient when it came to the job or whatever. I mean, when it came to calling out, they weren't very lenient when it came to calling out. You know what I'm saying? So that was like kind of annoying. That was kind of annoying. So like when I would call out, I literally had to like fake a family member's death to get out of coming to work one time because I called out and it didn't let me. I literally like if you guys know that situation, for the folks that watching that know the situation, they know they can vouch. I literally had to fake a family member's death. I know it's not good. You shouldn't be doing that, but I did what I had to do. I was busy. I was in Florida or Mexico. I don't know where I was, but I was somewhere. But yeah, things. It was just like that. What else was it? Oh yeah, unprofessional. One time, my manager tried to fight my cook. She tried to shoot him. He pulled out a knife and a frying pan. Tried to hit her with the frying pan and a knife. She over here trying to get him jumped. Everything was just going crazy. My other chef was trying to fight the chef that was fighting the manager because I guess they were friends and you're not finna put your mess with my friend. So he over here snuck him in the back of the head. It's just like Muhammad Ali. Like it was like a war zone that day. Like oh my god, it was funny though. I wish I recorded it, but I was just like, damn, these niggas wildin'. But yeah, that was kind of crazy. What else was it? It was just like unprofessionalism that kept the job from being fun for real. The job had a potential to be good, but it was just unprofessionalism. I'll give it a 5, and I probably would not go there unless like the main boss he was sent away. We got a new list of managers, and things were a bit more professional. And the pay was increased because I know how much I was making, and again I was making like 10% of that because of like the actual pay because I was a busser. My last con is gonna be I was a busser because I was a busser and the bussers were boys. We were the little brothers of everybody, so we had to do the manual labor for everything. Can you go get a table from upstairs? Can you get a chair from upstairs? Can you bring it downstairs? Mind you, it was like 2 flights of steps to get upstairs. And the elevator, I didn't feel like the elevator would be broken, so I'd have to walk, pick up a table with 2 hands. Pick up 2 tables with 2 hands like this, showing up my muscles. All black t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? My muscles was busting. Everybody was looking, but that wasn't the point. I was over here struggling, about to die, and nobody was trying to help me. So that would get kind of annoying. But yeah, I'll give it a 5. It will probably go up if those things I listed earlier would work. But yeah, boom. That's why I ended up quitting because it was unprofessional, and I was moving back home because school ended. So yeah. Next up is Amazon. Amazon's pretty short. My friend been working there. Basically, the history of Amazon. I worked at Walmart when I first started working at Walmart, but we didn't work at the same one. He ended up quitting Amazon a few months before I left school, and he quit from Walmart to Amazon. He worked there for like the last year and a half. So he finally explained to me how to do it. I started working there, and I ain't gonna lie, the money was great. Get weekly paychecks. Pro, I guess the breaks were decent. Con, you work 12-hour shifts. You're like a robot. It sucks. My back was hurting after the 3 days. I'm a type of person, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna like sell my soul just to make money. So if I'm not happy with something, I'm gonna just have to quit and get a new job ASAP. And that's just what it was. I don't cap to y'all boys. I was not staying there. So yeah, my back was hurting. I felt like I was finna pass out. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm strong. It was just like I felt like I was in a hamster wheel. We had this small enclosed space, and we had to do the same thing for 12 hours straight, standing up with like two 30-minute breaks. If in the 30-minute breaks, they was like they were like, it was like we were being micromanaged to the T. Like I remember my first day. Oh yeah, my first day there, I get lost. I got lost for like an hour. After I had a break for like 30 minutes, and I get lost for another hour because I couldn't find it because the building was so big. So I come back, tell him what happened. He talking about something. Oh man, okay, it's whatever. 3 minutes later, he come back talking about something. Yeah, we could fire you for being late, but it's whatever. And I'm like, yo, bro, I just told you I got lost, and I'm on cameras getting lost. What are you talking about? Then the next day he glazing me, and the next day he glazing me. This dude like 5'1" with glasses. He built kind of weird with a fat Dell laptop. He just glazing me. I should have broke his glasses because he was just on my body. So the third day I wake up, I'm late for work for an hour, and I just go back home. I get in the car, drive to the gas station, say I don't want to go, and I go right back home and go to sleep, and I quit. I hate Amazon. Amazon, y'all could go burn, light on fire. Jeff Bezos, if I see you, I'm smack the. I ain't gonna say that because I don't know what's gonna happen to me. But anyways, now my last job experience, is gonna be. I went back to McDonald's after Amazon because I wanted quick cash. So I went back there, everything because they already knew me. My old boss already. So because my old boss already knew me, I got the job quick. The increase in pay was good, so that was a pro. Pay went up a couple dollars. That was cause I was making like, probably like, I don't even remember what I was making, but I was making like a little bit less than I was working at Walmart. So that was cool. Paychecks were bi-weekly still. Pro, they were way more lenient with me. I could just go in there, work, have to just do what I want, be late a little bit. They wouldn't really care. Pro, the job was easier than before because I already know what I was doing. And pro, there was newer people. They were pretty cool. Con, they were glazing way too much. They was like, I had my hair in a certain style. The hat was messing with my hair, and I was like, I don't want to do it. Can I wear a do-rag? They was like, nah, you can't wear a do-rag. I was like, can I wear a bonnet? Can I hide it? I did all this stuff that I should be allowed to do. They was like, nah, you can't do that. You got to wear the hat. It's going to mess up your hair. And I was like, all right, cool. So one day, I walk in there with a cap under my hat, and it's like you cannot see my wave cap unless you literally look. And so the day before that, I was trying a whole bunch of different ways, and so I guess they knew that I was trying. So they were like, she was stalking me when I walked in there and seen it. And so she was like, if you could find a way to like cover it, you're good. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the sewing shop and I'm gonna go. This is how I quit. I was like, I'm gonna go to the sewing shop, sew it into my hat. I'll be back. I just never came back, and I hope the whole McDonald's burns down because they just tried me. Like yeah. So I quit. And yeah, would I go back again? No, 3 out of 10. It was worse. The food was free this time though. I got free food, so that was cool. I was in the pro. But yeah, I give it like a 3 out of 10. Amazon, I don't know if I said give them a rate, but I give that like a 4. Walmart, give it a. I mean not Walmart. McDonald's, I give that like a 3. What's wrong with me? But yeah, that's really the end of the video. That's just rating my experiences. Right now, I currently work at QT, but I haven't been here long enough to see what I like about it yet. But we gonna see. Oh, these so these are the end of my rates for real. I gave you my rates. I said McDonald's was like a 7, I think. Walmart was like a 8.4. The Grill was like a 5. Amazon was like a 4, and then McDonald's was like a 5. And yeah, that's the end of the video for real. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And yeah. Y'all have a good one.